One evening, James was feeling very proud of himself. He had just finished pulling his last train, and the fat controller had congratulated him on his hard work. This, of course, made James very conceited, and he was still thinking about it when he arrived at the sheds.
"I say, everyone," he told the other engines snootily, "the fat controller thinks I'm the pride of the line. He understands that without me this railway would collapse. He'd be in a right old mess, let me tell you."
Rubbish, scoffed Henry. You're just as useful as the rest of us, James. Removing you from this railway would make little to no difference, that's for sure. You know what, James? Smirked Ginty. What? Replied James. I'd say you're getting all puffed up in the smoke box again. Tell me, when was the last time our good friend James boasted, Rosie, my dear? Pretty sure it was this morning, Ginty. Then I suppose your mood didn't change throughout the day, James. Can't imagine how painful it would be to listen to you at all hours. That's 10 times as much boasting as we already have to put up with. The other engines chuckled as James grimaced and let off steam indignantly.
The next morning, he grumbled to Gordon about what Henry and Ginty had said. "Who do they take me for?" James fumed. "I'm one of the most hard-working and dependable engines on the line." Gordon snorted. "I saw you pulling trucks yesterday," he told him. "I'd hardly call you anything more than a common goods engine." James was taken aback. But I pull coaches too." "Maybe so, but not as well as I do." Oh, really?" said James, trying to think of a plan. "Well, explain to me why the fat controller has plans for me." Gordon raised an eyebrow. "What plans?" Wait and see." Yeah, wait and see." Gordon rolled his eyes and puffed away to the station. "Oh dear," thought James. "Now what'll I do? Surely he won't believe me for much longer. I'll need to act fast." That afternoon, James returned to the big station with the goods train. As his trucks were taken away, he was still thinking about how he could fool Gordon into believing him. He was about to give up and head to the sheds when he noticed Ginty shunting some shiny new coaches into the platform. This gave James an idea. "Oh, Ginty," he called, "are those coaches for me?" "Oh, sorry, James," replied Ginty, "but these are for Gordon. Rosie's fetching your trucks at the harbour now." "Well, actually, Ginty, I'm taking those coaches, not Gordon. The fat controller asked me to pull them especially." Ginty frowned. "Is that so?" he said suspiciously. "Then what should we do with your trucks?" "Oh, give them to Gordon." "Come on, Ginty," said his driver. "Orders are orders after all. You better go and tell Rosie about the change of plan." Ginty winced. "All right, but if you're playing a trick or something, James, then the weight is on your buffers. Got that?" "Oh, I don't know what you're talking about," grinned James. Ginty sighed and puffed quickly away to the quay. James, now feeling very pleased with himself, backed down onto the coaches. The red engine waited for the guard's whistle and set off.
What a clever plan. Oh, what a clever plan, he chortled to himself.
As James and his train pulled away, Gordon huffed grandly towards the station. He gasped when he saw James with his coaches.
"James, what are you doing with my train?"
he shouted, but James pretended not to hear and carried on down the line. Gordon was very cross, but only grew crosser when Rosie arrived with some trucks.
"Hiya, Gordon," she smiled. "Here's your train. Bit funny how the fat controller asked you to pull them instead of James, don't you think?"
Gordon scowled indignantly.
"Yes,"
he murmured.
"very funny."
Meanwhile, James was enjoying himself immensely.
now the other engines will finally realize how important I am, he said to himself as they arrived at the workstation. They'll all tell me at the shed how splendid and versatile I am. They'll also tell you what a naughty engine you are, interrupted a voice. There, standing on the platform, was the fat controller. Some jokes are funny, James, he told him, but not this one. Perhaps you should have checked that I wasn't on the train before lying to Ginty, eh? Yes, sir. I should have, sir. Wait, no, I mean, I shouldn't have tricked Ginty, sir. I'm sorry, sir. I should think so too, replied the fat controller. After you're done with this train, you shan't be pulling coaches again until I can trust you. Do I make myself clear? Yes, sir. Very clear, sir. James sighed. His plan had gone very wrong indeed. The other engines found James's predicament rather amusing. Hey, Ginty, remarked Rosie innocently. Who do you think will pull the express today? Oh, I expect it'll be Gordon, replied Ginty. James is still stuck on goods work after all. The fat controller wouldn't want him pulling important trains when he's in disgrace. Both engines laughed, but James didn't find it funny at all. The red engine is now very careful of what he says to the other engines. He doesn't dare tell lies about his work, and he certainly doesn't try taking the other engine's trains. I think it serves him right. Don't you?